everyone, and welcome to Henry Ford College on the campus of Henry Ford here in Dearborn, Michigan. And my name is Jeff Lowe, along with the doctor. Happy birthday, Mr. Eric Pate. How you doing?
Well, Jeff, thank you, man. Hey, time for a 2023-24 men's basketball season at Henry Ford College. Happy to be here, man.
And right from the tip, we got Kalamazoo College and Henry Ford College. Henry Ford in the white, Kalamazoo in the dark uniforms. Let's go right through to the starting lineups. The Cougars, Joe Liddell, Ashton Atwater, Brandon Downs, and Jalen Fox and John Sweeney. And for Henry Ford?
For Henry Ford, it's Chauncey Willis, Darian Bonds, Shane Carter, Justin Gladney, and Carlos Scooby Johnson, a name that I'm sure basketball purists and enthusiasts are familiar with. Two Mr. Basketballs on the floor for Henry Ford. Let's see what it adds up to as this thing starts.
Kalamazoo pulls it out and resets the offense. Back to number 32, outside shot, rattles in and out. It's Jalen Fox with the long shot. Henry Ford with the rebound. And pushing it up the floor very quickly. It's Darian Bonds and the slam dunk! And a technical foul for hanging on to the rim. Woo! Shannon Carter going up high and making a point to the Cougars.
Shane Carter, slimmed down, trimmed down from the last time I saw him when he was at King. And that guy still has a lot of athletic ability. You always looked at him as somebody that had a lot of potential. Now he's here with a former teammate. And, you know, I just think right now they just got to settle down. Because number one, Joe Liddell, who just finished the free throw, technical free throw, it's got both baskets. He's a small as 6 feet, 175, but he's been able to get into the paint. You got to play some defense, guys. That's the other part of it early on.
Early on, this Henry Ford Hawks team has been rated number 2 coming into the season. And that's a feather in their cap so far, but everybody will be coming at them. The bullseye is on their back.
Yeah, the bullseye's there, and so far, KVCC is not backing down.
The Hawks are 2-1 in this early season. Outside shot, no good, off the rim. Saved by the Cougars. The Cougars push it up with Liddell. Joe Liddell, penetration, and the kick. The layup, nice job by Jalen Fox.
You got to play. Dribble drive, 9-2, and I'm sure Henry Ford's fans are probably a little shocked. Let's see if this team has got the resilience that we saw last year. Didn't matter how good the punch was early on for Henry Ford last year. They were able to take it and keep going. They scored with a lot of explosiveness.
Good job that time, going to the basket for Henry Ford, number 2, Chauncey Willis, one of those Mr. Basketball candidates.
Yeah, Mr. Basketball in 2022 for King. And Chauncey Willis has an interesting journey. He was much maligned because, and no fault of his own, but he didn't receive a lot of Division I offers, ended up at Saginaw Valley State University, did a hell of a job up there. I think he averaged like 20 and 5. Had committed to Western, had a clearinghouse issue, and pretty much didn't play last year. So here he is in Henry Ford, and he has since signed with Western Michigan University. So let's see. He'll have, I think he'll have 2 more years. Once he finishes here, go to Western. He committed, I think, today. So it's a real good thing for him. The thing with the Hawks is, let's see if they can all play together. A lot of good individual talent.
And that one's thrown away by Ashton Atwater. And the Hawks will take it out of bounds. Head coach Chris Shepard in his 7th season as the Hawks head man, along with Kurt Bradley and James Payne, the assistants. Penetration. And the tip is good. Number 5, Shannon Carter. You hear that name a lot. Nice spinning move. Blocked by Carter.
Yeah, they have a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of young men who play at a high level, but it's like I said, it's got to mesh. The teamwork is what makes the dream work. And Henry Ford has knocked on the door trying to get a national championship. Just had some tough weekends.
Ashton Atwater knocking it down for the Cougars.
Playing a tough schedule. Justin Gladney comes from Fairfax, California. I mean, they've got talent.
Long three-pointer, rattles home. Great shot there by number 3, Bond. But the Cougars down the floor quickly. Looking for some room, knocking down the 3. Ashton Atwater from outside.
Hey, KVCC has come prepared. This is what it's going to be every year, every game at Henry Ford College. The best punches are going to come from every opponent that comes in here.
Attacking the basket and hard foul. Some hard fouls by Bond, by Carter. But going to the line, he'll be shooting 2. Number 32, Jalen Fox. (14-9) your score if you're just joining us. Here in the first half. Henry Ford basketball on the Henry Ford Network. Checking in for Henry Ford, number 23, Malachi Black.
Kid that played here last year, and let's see see what he can do. Full court pressure by KVCC. They are going to make Henry Ford, they're guarding 94 feet. They're going to make Henry Ford earn everything. Let's see if they switch off some of these screens.
Ball being worked around the perimeter, now inside. Nice job by Malachi Black.
If my memory serves me correctly, when Black was called upon, he delivered deep in the rotation last year.
That's one thing we can't let happen. That was Brandon Downs getting the rebound off the missed shot and putting it up and in.
They're not missing.
Downs again with the rebound by Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo wants to get out and run. Losing the ball, that's going to be over and back.
It's a frenetic pace, and Henry Ford's got to figure out what they want to do. On that last offensive possession for Henry Ford, Chauncey Willis driving and dishing. That's what he does. He's a magician with the basketball, and I'm going to enjoy watching this kid play.
18-11, your score in favor of Kalamazoo. The Cougars come into this game 1-0 here early in the season. Short jumper, rattles out. Nice putback by Carlos Johnson.
Yeah, that's Scooby. That's Scooby Johnson. Remember the name.
Scooby.
Former Mr. Basketball from Benton Harbor High School, the Tigers. He had some unfortunate situations with the law. He gained his release. Now he's here. This is a second opportunity. Kid had committed to DePaul, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him this season and how long it's going to take him to get acclimated. Didn't get an opportunity to play because the incident occurred. I'm going to spend some time talking about it, but not a whole lot because he's been redeemed. He's got another opportunity.
Second chance. Drive to the basket, looked like a travel almost. Henry Ford comes away with it, and committing the foul is Ashton Atwater.
You got Daniel Rosenberg, who's checked in for Henry Ford out of Burnsville, Minnesota. He used to, by way of William Penn University. I used to live in Minneapolis, so I remember Burnsville. I mean, that's what a roster. Got a kids from all over the state of Michigan. The majority of them are for Henry Ford and the Metro Detroit area. But then they've extended it to other states.
Offensive foul was the call.
Demarion Bonds on the push-off.
Bonds has every right to look a little bewildered at that call. The officials for today, Jack O'Brien, Lars Murray, and Chris Ferguson. (18-13) your score. Midway through the first. Henry Ford looking to run. Almost saved, but it is saved. It is saved. Malachi has it on the end, kicks it inside. Malachi with the rebound. Good work by Malachi that time.
Malachi Black is a human pogo stick. Very active around the glass. That's what he's going to have to do more of this year. Some guys have to sacrifice their game, and he's one of them. I mean, but he knows that. I mean, you saw how active he was on the rebounding end here, offensive glass, and he drew the foul. That works. If you're not going to score, draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
Here was a young man that was here last year. Made it back on the roster. A lot of new faces this year for Henry Ford.
Yeah, I mean, Chauncey Willis is a sophomore, but Omar Ziegler, who is yet to check in for Henry Ford, another King kid. They got 1, 2, 3 kids from King. And that bodes well for Coach Shepard and his staff. Good local touch.
Good rebound, coming right in, trying to be effective, not able to get it to go.
Yeah, Rosenberg better hit those. Misses like that will get you sent back to Minnesota. Point blank range.
In a hurry.
Well, they get you sent to the bench because at this level, it's high intensity, high impact. And if you don't produce in your minutes, they call your name to come sit down.
That's right. Outside shot is good. Number 21, that's Larry Patrick.
Kid out of Flint.
The Cougars has the numbers. Ziegler going up, defended the shot well, but getting his own rebound. Number 2, that's Mikal Dale. And Dale commits the foul on the other end.
Yeah, Mikhail Doss, little guard out of Jackson, Michigan, missed the point-blank layup, got the rebound, then comes down here on this other end and commits a foul. I mean, it's fair to say right now, we've played a little bit over 7 minutes, KVCC has controlled the play and the tempo.
Nice rebound and put back by Rosenberg.
I can't remember a time where it's been this loud in Memorial Gymnasium.
Long three-pointer, no good.
They're calling this game close.
Offensive foul in the paint. That's number 12 committing the foul, and that's Daniel Rosenberg.
And they are calling this game extremely close.
Yes,
the officials made a call within the first 25 seconds of the game. That's why I knew we were going to have a lot of whistles. This is a new crew. I don't recognize any of these names. A lot of turnover on the officiating side as well.
Free throw line extension, no good. Rosenberg with the rebound and the push. Henry Ford will set it up, I think. But from outside, he pulls one right there. Number 2 is Willis.
Is that from the logo?
Almost. Yes, it was from the logo.
I mean,
NJCAA logo.
a foul right there, and I just, that's on Rosenberg, and I think that's number 2. And I disagree with that. I thought it was all ball. But this is how it's going to be. This is exactly how it's going to be for Henry Ford all year. They're going to get some calls, and a lot of calls are going to go against them because they play aggressive defense. They follow shots.
Doss missing the first free throw. Kalamazoo still with the lead, 23-16, 11:39 to go here in the first half of play.
Missed both of them. Not even halfway through, and there's already 9 fouls called. We may be here for a while, Jeff.
Found some open space in the paint. Gladney back the other way quickly. Kalamazoo fighting for the rebound. They come away with it. 3-point attempt is good. That's a dot. Liddell from the corner. Well, pardon me, Brandon Downs from the corner.
Yeah, Brandon Downs is shooting it well. Sigler hits one and kind of bounces in front of the KVCC bench. I mean, there's going to be a lot of trash talk, too. That's one thing's for sure. If your bravado is false or real, you got to come in and with it. Because Henry Ford is going to bring it. They're going to play hard, talk a little trash, and continue to play hard and talk a little trash.
Right.
That's what they do. I mean, they have that swagger that they run this conference. And they defy anyone that tries to go against it. And I think it's a good thing when things are going good.
Hey,
but when you're down,
it makes it pretty tough when you're down.
Yes, it does.
26-19 your score. Little pushing back and forth at the top between the guards. Looking for the pick at the top. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And that's a bailout foul.
Yeah, Jeff. 10:05 left before halftime. 10 fouls have been called. That make that 11. Man, oh man. Daylight savings time is going to come into play. That extra hour. Because I think we're going to be here for a while, man.
Nice from outside. And a little taunting.
Gladney held it out there. He goosenecked it. Let him see it.
Skip pass. Good job defensively by Ziegler.
And Coach Jim Horn, he's saying, wait a minute. You can barely hear it. We're at a level 8 right now. We are talking, and I'm screaming into the mic because it is loud here. That sound is bouncing off the wall behind us. This is what you want when you're at home, though. Nice crowd, nice noisy crowd.
Hey, and that's college basketball. Foul called on the play. That's Atwater. Coach Jim Horn might have to go to the bench. He's Going to the line, shooting 2, is Chauncey Willis.
That's 3 fouls on Ashton Atwater, so he's got to come out.
Dawson to the game. Horn is blowing his horn at the official right now.
Upset. He was getting those calls early, and both free throws off for Henry Ford. But Coach Horn was getting a lot of those calls, but not now.
Ziegler with the rebound. Ball hadn't hit the floor yet. And Ziegler called with the foul in the backcourt.
Called the foul on Omar Ziegler. And Coach Horn is saying, hey, you missed another one. I mean, it's 14 fouls have been called. His team has been called for 8. Henry Ford has been called for 6. The bonus is looming.
Uh-huh. Nice drive that time. That's Doss with 2.
With 8 fouls, KVCC is in the bonus now. You know, puts Henry Ford in the bonus for the 1-and-1 now. And they're looking at double bonus before the end of the half. They got to move your feet, stay in front.
Liddell setting it up for Kalamazoo. Liddell launching, no good. Big rebound. Willis comes away with it. Skip pass. Good save that time by Kalamazoo. Liddell.
Nice play. Late call, but I get it. That was a foul.
Yeah, we'll go to the line. He'll be shooting, let's see, 2 shots. 28-22 your score.
Yeah, both teams are missing these free throws. I mean, it's just, you got to have them in an intense game like this. Henry Ford has not played well at all, yet they're only down 7.
And that's actually a good thing. Willis, nice reverse.
And that's the quickness that we have come to expect. At least I know I expect to see him do this. Solid scorer when he was at Saginaw Valley State.
And that's the kind of performance you like to see out of your
and that's what that kid.
Mr. Basketball.
That's what that kid does. I mean,
yeah.
I couldn't understand when he was coming out of Martin Luther King in 2022 why he didn't have a Division I offer. He was a solid football player. I thought Michigan State was where he would end up, even not just football, but in basketball. I mean, I just really like what he does athletically. I mean, he's a naturally gifted athlete.
29-24 your score. Henry Ford staying close in this one, but has not had a lead in this contest from the tip-off.
Hey, let me say this. KVCC, they know what this is about, and they came ready to play. Now, the problem becomes, can you sustain this effort the entire 40 minutes? Every year we see this. I would love to tally Henry Ford's home record. I don't have it in front of me. We don't have the stats. Maybe that's a question for Rochelle Taylor or Coach Shepard.
Pass across court. Willis, free line extension jumper, gets it to roll.
And he's so cool. He's so smooth with it. I mean, he's not going to expend a hell of a lot of energy. As you see, a big bucket there.
John Sweeney.
Yeah, by Sweeney, a big three. That's a silencer. But back to Willis. I mean, he's so smooth. I mean, he doesn't look like he's straining at all. But you look on the stat sheet, and he's at the end of a game, and this kid is double figures in points, damn near double figures in rebounds, and a ton of assists. And once this kid gets back in shape, Scooby Johnson, interesting story, having those two guys on the same team is something else.
Johnson pulling down the rebound. Willis bringing it up. Willis pulling from three.
(2020) Mr. Basketball and Scooby Johnson, and 2022 Mr. Basketball and Chauncey Willis.
Saved by the Hawks. Outside shot rattles out. And the Hawks comes away with the rebound. Deion Hayes into the lineup. Bonds looking for some room. Pulls. Missed everything on that one. That shot brought Coach Shepard up off the bench. Doesn't like to see that. Let's get into the offense. 32-29, 5:49 here in the first half.
Deion Hayes didn't like the call.
Jalen Fox at the line for the Cougars, shooting two. It's real short.
And DeQuarian Cole just walked into the building. Last year, we know what he did. Now he's at Oakland University. And that's one thing about this program. They get folks out and about all over this country. Good to see him.
Free throws. Sorry, go ahead.
Wonder if we can get him up here for halftime, man.
Yeah, that'd
Love
be
to talk to him.
Good idea, former player. Nice drive, going hard. Body's rolling over the floor. Dale kicks it. Looking for some help. Outside shot, bounces all the way to the top of the backboard.
Let me say this. This is their first home game, third game of the year. I'm talking about the Hawks. They haven't played well. They're down 3. It's a one-possession game. I mean, that says a lot. And this group has got to, mesh and gel. But they got some guys who can put the ball in the basket. Rosenbar, he might have to sub him out because he's struggling right now. Let him regroup. Let him think about what he's doing. I don't want to be Coach Shepard. I like it up here, but Rosenbar is. I mean, it's just having a tough go of it.
Having a rough day. Rough
can't
start.
score. He's getting point-blank looks and not finishing.
Liddell from outside, no good. Oh, that's goaltending. Count the basket.
I don't know about that, Jeff. I want to see a replay because that was like it was swiped right out of his fingertips. He was going in for a layup, and it was knocked right out of his hand. How do we know if that ball was headed down? But we'll take the goaltend.
No review.
There's no review.
At
32-31.
Right. So put 2 in the books for Deion Hayes. Now Hayes, he has to run down and play some defense. Nice 3 in the corner.
Gladney, man. Justin Gladney from Fairfax, California with the 3.
And the Hawks take a 2-point lead with that shot.
Hey, and I'm a little confused here as to why the guys from KVCC went over to their bench. There's no timeout was called. No media timeout. We didn't call it.
No, we sure didn't. 4:11 remaining here in the first half. Good leap that time by Kalamazoo, but they couldn't bring down that rebound. They had their hands on it. Right to the middle. Here we go again.
Yeah, and that turnover was on Rosenberg. I mean, he's cherry picking now.
Up quickly, Rosenberg again, finally.
Settle down, young man, settle down.
Little jump hook, right in the paint. Good job by Doss.
And once again, Henry Ford is allowing folks to creep in the paint. Little guys. That's got to be annoying for Coach Shepard and his staff.
All tied up at 36.
In and out for Rosenberg. He's getting a lot of minutes. But he's got to do something with them.
Long 3 is good. Woo!
Brandon Downs and Mikael Doss have done some damage. And let's add Joe Liddell to that list as well.
Nice move by Willis there. Great penetration and drive and finish.
The 3-guard attack for KVCC has been solid. They didn't blink when Henry Ford took the brief lead.
Willis from outside, no good. Joe Liddell with the rebound, brings it down. He pulls from the logo, no good.
Come on now. It's been going good, but not that doggone good. There's shot selection and there's poor shot selection. That was poor shot selection.
Gotta miss threes. And finally somebody gets inside the paint. Can't finish either.
If he'd have missed that second one now, I would have subbed him from here.
Rosenberg has 4 points and gives the Hawks a 1-point lead, 40-39.
Yeah, Jeff, continuity, flow. I mean, those things have to come, and it takes time. But in JUCO ball in this level, you got to hit the ground running. You know, you got some guys who have played a lot of basketball. You got some guys who, as in Scooby Johnson, who look like they probably still need to get in shape, right? But how much time do you have to get it all together? Because before you know it, it's conference play.
Nice hard drive to the basket. Took advantage of his opening. And Hayes draws the foul. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Scooby Johnson, 6'6", 210, and he's every bit of it. Kind of reminds me of Albert White. Looks like him in the face. But he's a rebounding kid. He can shoot. He's strong in the paint. Interested to see how Coach Shepard is going to adjust to this personnel. Are they going to be a team that slows things down and runs an offense, or are they going to continue to get up and down the floor?
Under a minute here in the first half. Nice spinning drive coming up empty for the Cougars. Quickly back the other way, the Hawks, and drawing the foul, and on the floor is number 3, and that's Bonds. And he'll go to the line shooting 2.
It would be nice if we had like a producer that can run down and grab a women's player or grab DeQuarian Cole, ask him about the adjustments he's having at Oakland. I know he had 12 against Wayne State, 10 or 12 from the free throw line. I had 1 field goal. I mean, just a thought. Even a runner, I'd settle for a runner.
You settle for a runner? Maybe we can get one to do that. (43-41) in favor of the Hawks.
There's a
Got the lead here down the stretch.
6-second differential.
Ziegler from way outside.
There's another kid who I thought would get a mid-major look coming out of high school. Did not. Ended up here at Henry Ford. It's not played a couple years because of injury. And right back at it, Liddell. 3.3 seconds left, but Ziegler, the long-range shooting, I mean, that's – of course, I look at that big body, and I want him at 6'5", 210 to go down there and rebound.
Last second shot. It's good. That is the way to end the first half of play for the Hawks. 49-44. Your score. The Hawks over the Cougars here at Henry Ford College.
Well, I'm going to say this, man. That's the way to end the half. We're used to being like halfway to 100 last year, the year before. That's the way Henry Ford plays. The defensive effort. That's, if you ask me about the key to the rest of the game, it's got to be Henry Ford's defensive effort. We know they can score. They struggled and scored and got 49. Okay? So right. That's what I'm looking for in the second half. So let's get that out the way.
All right. Hey, it's halftime. Your score, 49-44 in favor of the Henry Ford Hawks. And we'll be right back with more basketball after this, and hopefully an interview with one of the former players.
All right, it's halftime. The halftime score, Henry Ford College 49, Kalamazoo Valley Community College 44. And we're happy to be joined by a special guest, a guy that is not a stranger to basketball enthusiasts and sports enthusiasts who've been following us on the live stream. It's former Henry Ford College basketball player DeQuarian Cole. He's now at Oakland University. And DeQuarian, first of all, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, DeQuarian, just kind of talk to us a little bit about what it has meant to you to come out of this program. You guys last year, got to the Elite 8 or Sweet 16?
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16,
yeah.
And you had some good success. Just kind of talk about your career here at Henry Ford.
I mean, when I first came in, Coach Shep, he called me from day one, and he's like, we want you here, and we think you can help us go far and possibly win a national championship. And I was all in once he called me, because I was down. I didn't know if I was going to be able to play basketball again. And he believed in me, and he came in, he got me every day, and we worked till we got what we wanted. And he's 100% for the kids. He makes sure everything's done in the classroom with us. Everything. He's just a great guy, and I appreciate having him as my coach. I was blessed to have him as my coach, and Coach Bradley and Coach Payne. Great guys.
Well, DQ, as we alluded to in the introduction, you were able to get that scholarship to Oakland University. How's that transition going?
I mean, it's going great. We just recently played on Monday night. We played against Ohio State. That was my first time playing on a big stage, Big Ten Arena. It was amazing. It was a dream come true, actually. So it's been great so far, and I'm looking forward to having a great season.
Well, and we're speaking with DeQuarian Cole, former Henry Ford College Hawk, who is now at Oakland University playing with the Golden Grizzlies. But just kind of talk about how much the Henry Ford experience has helped you become the player that you are.
I mean, it's just it's a family culture. From day one, when you come in, all 15 guys, we're all together. We're all locked in on the same goal, and that's to go and win a national championship. So when you came in here every day, it was like playing against your brothers, and that made us go and made us want to win every game together.
Well, I'm looking at this team now, and they got two Mr. Basketballs. Scooby Johnson, 2020, out of Benton Harbor, and then Chauncey Willis, 2022 Mr. Basketball from King.
Yes, sir.
What can you say? Did you play against them in the summertime, or have you had much interaction with those guys? Talk about them.
I hooped with Chauncey a couple times in the summer. I never got a chance to play with Scooby, but those guys they're great guys. They know the game really well. They solidified their name around, and I think they're gonna make a great run and possibly win a national championship. These guys just stay together and play together every game, every season, and they'll have a great year. I think they can go pretty far.
Well, they're not better than you guys, right?
Oh no. I think that was the best team ever here.
Yeah, because I mean, last year you guys would go over 100. They didn't play well this first half, I would say, but they got 49 on the board.
Yeah.
But that team last year, I mean, DeJuan Seal, I've been knowing that kid for a while because he's a Persian Doughboy. Yeah. Shout out to the Doughboys. Yes, but, I mean, you guys were so deep. You guys went about 10 deep.
Yeah.
What are some of your fondest memories of that experience?
Oh, man. I would say the road trips, the practices. Yeah, it was like the game was almost the easy part because we went so hard in practice at each other. It was blood in practice, guys ready to throw chairs at each other. But it was all love at the end of the day, and it was all we knew it was all for one goal, and that was to go as deep as we could and try to win a national championship. So all the memories I share with those guys, great, and all those guys are still playing and still continuing their dream somewhere around. So I'm proud of those guys, and yeah, that was a great team.
Well, DQ, I appreciate you again for coming up, and I'm going to make sure a mutual friend of ours, Coach Tony Jones, who helped recruit you to Oakland, who's no longer on the staff. He's down in Knox Vegas, as we call it, at Johnson University. I'm definitely going to let him know that we had a chance to talk to you. Good luck the rest of your career up there at Oakland, man, because you got the goods. Division I coaches came in last year, took some looks at you. you got the goods to make it happen. So, and you're a Pontiac kid, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, so listen, keep up the good work. We're happy to see you, proud of you, and hey, thanks for joining us.
No problem, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Dequarian Cole, of course, from at Oakland University, and former Henry Ford College Hawk. 49-44 is halftime. Henry Ford in the lead. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to Henry Ford and the start of the second half for Henry Ford and Kalamazoo Valley College going at it here in some college basketball. The home opener for the Henry Ford Hawks. And the Henry Ford Hawks find themselves up by 5 points. Eric, what about that first half?
Well, that first half was all about Henry Ford not shooting it well, but then you see the stat sheet, 48.7 from the field, just give them 49 compared to 40% for KVCC. I got it all wrong, but I tell you this, Henry Ford was out-rebounded by the three-guard offense for KVCC. They better box out. A lot of points in the paint for KVCC as well. Henry Ford, I owe Daniel Rosenbar an apology. Played 10 minutes. That means half of the first half. 3 for 8 from the field, 6 points.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't look aesthetically. It wasn't pretty because
Right.
the kid was all over the place and missed a lot of close monies. Had he not missed those, the guy is easily in double figures. But he was saved by Ziegler and also Chauncey Willis, who hit that three at the end of the half. Not the best half it looked, it seemed, for Henry Ford, but they got 49 points.
Going way up for that rebound was Shannon Carter, pulling it down and also drawing the foul. And the Hawks will take it out underneath. Johnson, that free throw line extension shot, no good. Cougars trying to push. Liddell thought about the shot. Liddell was the leading scorer in the first half with 11 points. Willis trying to go inside, fumbled around. Johnson comes away with it. There you
Gotta
go.
like that pass, man. Way to share the basketball.
Bond picked it up.
And Henry Ford, in talking to DQ at halftime, he knew how athletic this team was. He wasn't very committed when I asked him, is this team better than them? Well, actually, he was saying, of course, no, they weren't. And I think that this year they're going to have to share the basketball because they've got a couple guys that can fill it up. The rest I have to see. This kid from California is pretty
Willis
sound.
Tried to bank that one. I'm sorry, what were you saying
Young
now?
man from California for Henry Ford is pretty sound. Justin Gladney.
Okay.
He can shoot the blood out of it, seems, early on. He was 2 for 4, 2 of 2 from 3. Ended up with 6 points in the first half.
Battle for the boards, and finally the putback. Number 32 getting into action right there. That's Jalen Fox.
And Jalen Fox came in there with ease.
Not able to get it to go, and finally, after drawing the foul, that's Carter. He grabbed 2 rebounds and finally gets the putback and the foul and will go to the line.
And that's what Carter's going to bring to this team. He's a glass eater. He's around the glass all the time, around the rim. I mean, he's going to jump. He's going to compete. That's a byproduct of him playing for George Ward and the staff over at Martin Luther King. I mean, they expect nothing less than hard work. Great play by Carter.
Carter finishes off a three-pointer the old-fashioned way from the line.
It's a foul. I know the crowd is raucous. There's a lot of folks here, and they're primarily here to see Chauncey Willis. That was a foul. Can't reach like that and get away with it.
Little jump hook. Nice job right there. Number 44 in the paint. Darnell Varnsdale. Johnson from the top.
Yeah, he heats up. That is good for Henry Ford.
Barnsdale again in the open floor. Moving forward with the finish. Darian Bonds.
The Marion Bonds hung in there and got a layup. Nice play. They've extended this lead to 9, and KVCC calls a timeout. But Jeff, I tell you, I mean, Henry Ford's workmanlike. They're kind of settling in, and you know they're playing hard.
9-point lead for Henry Ford here in the second half. If you're just joining us, 16 minutes remaining in the contest. Kalamazoo got off to a very good first half, and Henry Ford just kind of pecked their way back into it. And the Hawks found themselves with a last second shot in the first half to give them the lead. And they haven't relinquished the lead yet here in the second half. As Ziegler doing some double duty, little maintenance, getting some of the sweat off the floor. Long shot, no good. Good job by blocking out right there. Number 10 is Gladney coming away with the rebound. Willis short jumper, double pumps.
And that was a late whistle.
Yeah, sure was.
That was late. And, you know, Willis has a little animated conversation with Coach Shepard. I think Coach Shepard wants him to just run the offense. And I think somebody wasn't where they should have been. I think Chauncey wasn't. So that's the thing I like about Coach Shepard. He's not going to let guys just run up and down the floor. He wants certain things done. He wants certain sets. And this is kind of a methodical type game for the Henry Ford. They keep expanding the lead, just kind of in a workmanlike effort. And it may be that way for this team until they get their legs underneath them and learn how to play together. That's a big ask. The thing about JUCO ball, you don't have a lot of time.
No.
You got people for 2 years max, maybe 3, and it's a revolving door. Who would have ever thought that Chauncey Willis would have ended up at Henry Ford College, but he's here, and we're happy to see it. Scooby Johnson, I mean, there's a kid that people were talking about could have possibly been in one and done.
Liddell from outside, no good. Johnson battling for the rebound. Liddell came away with it and missed the layup. Nice look inside. Malachi Black with the finish.
I love it. They're sharing the basketball this half, Jeff. And Malachi Black, who I'm telling you, if I recall correctly, and I'm 60 now, so I gotta check the memory bank. This kid last year gave him some good minutes, and at one point was high in the rotation. He lost minutes later on in the year, but they need consistent effort from him.
.12 lead for Henry Ford. Kalamazoo Valley looking to drive. That was blocked by Johnson. Stop and pop. Gladney for 3.
Hey, Gladney's wearing those fluorescent pink gym shoes. as long as you shoot it like that, you can look like a highlighter on your foot and feet at all times. I mean, so far he's 3 for 3 from 3.
Blocked by Johnson. There's the kick. And that missed everything. Up quickly to Johnson. Looking for the bounce pass. Bam!
4 for 4. Gladney is 4 for 4 from 3.
Coach Horn right in the face of one of his players. That's Doss. And he finally calls a timeout to talk this one over.
4 for 4 from 3, and all of a sudden a 10-point lead becomes 18. And that's what Henry Ford is accustomed to doing. And you know, you can't help but compare it from last year to this year until you get to see this team. They develop their own identity. But I mean, they went out and got this kid from California. I'm gonna find out like what was the allure, but the allure is what he can do out here so far. He shoots a 3. He's made 4 threes tonight. A quick barrage took it from 60 to 50 all the way up to 68-50. And I mean, that's a 10-0 run right there. It was 57-50. So, I mean, they've 11 in a row, 11-0 run.
In a blink of an eye, Henry Ford finds themselves up by 18 points here in the second half.
And when Jeff, when you got an athletic team like this, a team that is known for, hey, getting up and down the floor, it's good to know that you got a guy like Scooby Johnson who's been defending the rim. He's got three blocks so far in this half. One of his blocks was retained by KVCC.
And there's another one. That's going to be a foul, though. He went over the back.
Yeah, it was retained by KVCC, and they subsequently shot an air ball. That's the defensive presence that Henry Ford needs.
Swinney misses the first.
What's up with the free throw shoot?
Misses them both. Black with the rebound. Ziegler brings it up. Johnson with the turn. Count the bucket.
And Johnson plays at an old school kind of cool pace. You know, he gets the ball, head fake, and just turn around jumper. Nice 8-footer. Right inside the paint.
Joe Liddell from outside.
That ended a 13-0 run there.
Yes. Ziegler.
It's safe to say Henry Ford's got this game under control.
Ziegler harassed all the way inside, and he'll go to the line and shoot two.
And it's good to see him out here. Here's a kid who you expected him to go mid-major. It didn't happen, and he's here at Henry Ford, and he's waited a long time to get here. And I see one of the assistant coaches, Keith Bates, a longtime assistant under George Ward at King. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, they've got some really solid pieces here to make something happen and continue the upward trajectory for the Hawks.
Oh, yeah. Ziegler misses the second free throw. 71-53 your score. Liddell with the layup, and the foul is called. Woo!
Yeah, Rosenbar was riding him like a rented mule. He was riding him. You don't need replay for that. If it's a foul, it's a foul. I mean, body, hands.
Touch.
A lot of guys like to pull their hands back. Doesn't mean your knees and your thighs and your chest aren't on the man. It's a foul.
No, it doesn't mean that. You're absolutely right.
It is a foul. move your feet a little bit more and slide.
Black going inside. Black tried to finish that with some authority, not able to.
Man, this is a straight playground. He was going boom on it.
Yes.
And he gets to the free throw line. But Malachi Black, he's got to be consistent all year long with the team that they have. It's not a very tall team, but they got some good athletes. They got guys that can jump out the gym. I love the fact that Scooby Johnson is asserting himself as a rim protector. He's played a lot of minutes, too.
Black missing the second free throw. 72 to 56 your score. Liddell going inside reverse. Nice bucket by Liddell.
Man, he has looked really good.
Ziegler, strong move and draws the foul on Liddell. And Ziegler will go to the line shooting 2.
The foul bailed him out because I'm not sure that he knew exactly where he was going with it.
Well, he might have been a little too far under the basket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think some of the questions were, if he comes to my school, what position does he play? We're talking about Omar Ziegler. Well, he's the kind of kid that shoots it well enough. He kind of reminds me like an Evan Turner, who used to play at Ohio State, played with the Sixers in the NBA. He's a tweener, but you can put him at the 1, 2, or the 3. Well, I wouldn't say the 1. I wouldn't say the 1. I said the 2 or the 1. I said the 2 or the 3. But we play so much positionless basketball. What does it matter now?
And that's because his ball handling skills, he wouldn't play the 1.
Of course not. That's the essence of a point guard. You got to be able to handle the rock.
Right.
But with all the positionless basketball, he can play off the ball and be somebody that, and that's out of bounds. That's going to be going down Henry Ford's way. But closing out with Ziegler, closing a thought out, you keep him off the ball.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many sets that you can run nowadays, 4 out, things like that. But his job, hey, listen, you're going to run to the basket every time there's a missed shot.
And he can always be that guy, that heck of a role player that can be a stopper on defense. Kalamazoo Valley quickly back the other way. And Doss with the layup falling down. $72-60 your score. Black, that was a travel.
I thought the first move was a travel, not the second one. And Johnson gets a little blow and he's back in there. I mean, this is going to be fun this year watching these guys, Jeff.
Gladney checks in. Also checking in is Carter. Little Euro step. Get in the paint there. And a good job by Atwater drawing the foul. He'll go to the line shooting. Shooting 1? Shooting 2. Shooting 2, okay. Atwater had 8 points in the first half. These were his first 2 points of the second half here.
The guy with the basketball, Justin Gladney from Fairfax, California. That's the north part of the Bay. If you're familiar with the San Francisco, Oakland Bay area, I want to know how they found him. Because a lot of these young men come from all over.
Kalamazoo calling a quick timeout.
Yeah, and that's a good one. 12 points is nothing. You can't rest on your laurels. As a few minutes ago, it was a 18-point lead. It was an 18-point lead. And, I mean, hey, now Henry Ford has got to answer because they're being outscored now. This is a 14-6 run by KVCC, the Cougars. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of the teams from around the conference, their coaches are probably watching. So welcome. We want to say hi to you because they're going to get a lot of video footage of what we're broadcasting here on the live stream. And you got to scout it. If you didn't send anybody out, you got to check it out. What they saying? They want us to shut up? They want us to shut up?
Another quick timeout. 76-64. 9:51 remaining here in the second half. I'd like to say hello to all the guys, or all the folks out there in Henry Ford's streaming land. Keep sending us the information. We love it.
Yeah, come on with the chat now. Watch
Yeah.
the language in the chat.
Yeah, just
it's
watch
like
your language.
it's still social media. Don't use those negative phrases. Hey, listen, if you want an objective broadcast, I suggest you continue to search. We're going to be as objective as possible, but we work for the Henry Ford College. This is their live streaming network. Come on now. I don't want to have to call names. Let's behave ourselves. Watch the game, enjoy it. If you don't like the commentary, well, hey, you can always mute us. But thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Keep watching. I can say hello to Webby and Crafty out there. Moose. Rodrigo Soares. Liddell from outside, no good. Rebound by Kalamazoo Central, inside. Three-pointer is good by Doss, deep in the corner. (76-67). The crowd getting into it a little bit here. Memorial Gymnasium on the Henry Ford campus. Johnson from outside, no good. Doss comes away with the rebound up the floor quickly. Good job by Johnson to affect that last shot. Kalamazoo looking to get their offense cranked up. Johnson looking inside the last time. Willis running the offense for Henry Ford. Willis, jumper, off the glass. The bank is open.
And nice shot. And I think Coach probably wanted, on the last time out, he wanted these guys to settle down and run some offense.
Deion Hayes now checking into the ball game, along with Daniel Rosenberg. Going inside, the kick outside. Here we go again. Good double by Henry Ford. Nowhere to go.
That's good defense.
Yes. And a foul called away from the ball that time, or a timeout.
Oh, it's a timeout.
Timeout called away from the ball. Good timeout for Kalamazoo Valley. Check out all the upcoming basketball games right here on the Henry Ford Streaming Network. Myself and Eric Pate will bring you all the action all year long, all the home games for the Henry Ford Hawks right here on the Henry Ford Network, the home of the Hawks. Future-driven Henry Ford College.
Well, we'll be back here on Saturday, and
yes,
it's that time. I just can't believe we've made it through volleyball. It's November, and we're counting it down on the year. Really, I mean,
Yes.
when you get to November, I mean, you start thinking about Thanksgiving. You get past Thanksgiving, then you get into Christmas. Then it's New Year's Eve all of a sudden. So what I'm trying to say is it's going to go fast.
it's going to go fast.
And let's see if Henry Ford continues the trend around here, which is a lot of winning basketball.
And we're not only going to be bringing you the men, we're also going to be bringing you the women's basketball. So make sure you check us out right here on the Henry Ford Streaming Network. Over and back. He's looking for a call there, not going to get it. 7:45 remaining in the contest. 78-67. Your Hawks in command right now.
Well, you can watch a lot of pick and roll with Willis and Carter. Just keep your eye on that.
Nice move right there. Nice drive to the basket. That was Deion Hayes.
Rosenberg is a nice leaper. Rosenberg gets up.
Yeah. Rosenberg does get off the floor a little bit. Outside shot for three, missing the mark. Johnson with the tap.
There's no need to rush. You got the lead. Double digits. Run your offense.
Willis over to Hayes. Hayes finding the three.
Don't remember him much with North Farmington, but North Farmington was a deep team last year. Nice shot by Doss. Mikael Doss let Hayes blow by him and just, stay poised and hit the shot. Henry Ford's just got to work the clock and try to get easy baskets. Scooby Johnson may want to touch this. He's in the paint. He's working hard.
13-point lead for Henry Ford. Got 14 on the shot clock. And 6:09 remaining in the contest. There it is, inside to Scooby. Scooby couldn't finish. He got his hand on it. He gets it back. Not able to finish it again. Scooby, 3 attempts, 3 misses for Scooby.
Maybe a little tired there.
Adele from outside is no good. Willis.
I mean, that's the King Crusader connection right there. You knew it had to happen. Willis and Carter are very familiar with one another.
Liddell driving to the basket.
Yeah, when I look at this team early on, I think that they're not as athletic as last year's team. They may not shoot the three as well as last year's team, but hey, I don't know though. They've shot it well from three tonight. Still trying to find out what their identity is, but they have some people that are poised to do some good things. Chauncey Willis can go into point guard mode at any time. That's the one thing I do know about that young man.
Hayes thought he was checking out. 15-point lead for the Hawks right now.
And that's it. I mean, having Willis on the floor, he's a guy that you want to have the basketball in the last 5 minutes of the game. He's a good free throw shooter. He can drive, dish, penetrate, do everything you want. And if you leave him open at the three-point line, he can score that.
He's a general. Just like he does it all.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
Hey, I'll do the color.
Yeah.
You do the play-by-play, and we'll be just fine. I'm trying to tell you that this is what he does.
Right.
I mean, and that's something Henry Ford did not have. They didn't have that last year. A true point guard, and this guy could shut this league down with if all of his talents are displayed. I mean, he's a problem. He's a kid that plays at a high intensity rate at all times.
Jalen Fox at the line. And he's going to be shooting two. Well, actually a 1-and-1. 5:09 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, I just think that Coach Shepard has put together another team that's going to be formidable in not only in the conference but in the country. It came in, as you said, ranked number 2, and all those ratings and rankings are based on what you did last year.
Right.
But definitely a talent-laden roster.
Hayes looking for some help. Hayes down in the corner, kicks it back out top. Ball in the rotation. Ziegler from outside. Around the rim, Alakai Black with the rebound. And not able to finish.
And you want Black to do just that. Rebound the basketball, show energy around the glass. Get fouled, get to the free throw line. Make it easy.
Points in the first half. Hayes checks out. .442 remaining in this one. First home game for Henry Ford. And as Eric said, we'll be back again on Saturday. .87-72. It's Leslie Tinsley. Makes the first. Kalamazoo picking up full court, applying just a little pressure. Henry Ford is okay with that. Now they go in looking inside to Johnson. Skip pass, clear across the court, and stepping out of bounds is Gladney.
And, you know, maybe I was tripping, man. You got Curtis Jackson on the live stream, and he's at Saginaw Valley State University. Probably should be studying. But you know what? He was a good point guard last year.
That's right.
Hey, man, I forgot. Okay? Charges to my age. Hey, shout out to DeJuan Seal, too, who certainly wasn't a point guard. But, Curtis, you were the point guard. My bad.
I'd like to thank all those former players out there for locking in to the streaming network.
Hey, Tyler Mack is chiming in. All the former players from all over the country, man. Hey, shout out to y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, man, sometimes we forget we work other jobs, too. And we come in and we do the best we can, man.
Horn sounded. No shot clock violation.
Hey, at least we didn't say last year was last year. How about that?
Right.
We remember you guys.
Willis, that's going to be a goaltending as going up high for that one was Jalen Fox. Counted 2 points. 89-74, 3:28 remaining in this one.
I mean, it looks like Henry Ford is in good position, but you never can tell.
Tyler Mack also checking in too there. Like
yeah, I talked to him.
Yeah.
I forget the school where he is, but another kid that got a deal, and that's what it's all about. See, now I'm going to have to go to the Wayne State Saginaw Valley State University game so I can tell Curtis in person, man to man, my bad. But I bet you didn't know that I remember what high school you attended, Harper Woods. You got to love the chat, though. Social media at its finest.
Oh, there it is, Maryland Eastern Shore. Tyler Mack.
Yeah, that's what Tyler Mack is. But
right.
Curtis Jackson went to Harper Woods High School. I remember that.
You see both free throws right there.
I bet you this. Tyler Mack, name one. Oh, 10 seconds. You got to stay locked in. Come on, Chauncey. Let me ask Tyler Mack this. Name one former NFL Hall of Famer from Maryland Eastern Shore.
Uh-oh.
Before they got rid of the football program.
Pate going back to his WDFN days.
Yeah, he's gonna have to look that one up. I'm telling you.
.242 remaining, 89-77. And you see what Mac's response was there. Right?
What's his response?
I haven't been here long enough.
Oh, man. Will you stop? I'm going to give him a little bit. Art Shell, former Oakland Raider.
Oakland
back
Raiders.
Back when Maryland Eastern Shore was called Maryland State. They would get players from a lot of the HBCUs, and Art Shell was one of the best, as well as Gene Upshaw. Gene Upshaw was a heck of a player, man.
Another Hall of Famer.
You never know what you might be able to do over there, young fella, at Maryland Eastern Shore.
Right now it's a 90-77 lead for the Henry Ford Hawks with 2:42 remaining in the contest. Coach Shepard As we look into that huddle, what do you think he's saying to his guys right now with this lead?
Well, I think now it's just a matter of closing it out the right way. The right way. Not running up and down the floor, not trying to just bust 100 because you can. If you get the 100, get it because you earned it, you manufactured it the right way, and do it the right way. Don't become reckless.
Bonds at the line. Misses his first. And here come the Cougars. Liddell with the outside shot, drawing nothing but iron right there. Johnson for three. That one rattles in and out. Bonds had the rebound. And the Hawks the other way. Jalen Fox with the dunk.
Good hustle. Bond stayed with it. Good hustle. I like that Mr. Jackson invited us down to Wayne State, man. I'm definitely going to come to that. That should be nice. I just hope these guys are enjoying college. It's a great experience, as a student athlete, as a former student athlete, and you are too, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
You have to enjoy this time because pretty soon you become, older, and you're out of college, and those years are distant memories. So, Curtis, enjoy it. Tyler, enjoy it, and everybody else.
That one just a little out to reach. That one would have brought the house down. Left-hand layup rolls off the rim for Kalamazoo Valley.
Now, it's a three-possession game. He's got 2 free throws right here. This is probably not the closeout that Coach Shepard wants. Got to be careful.
Minute 20 on the clock and at the line. You don't want nobody scoring with the clock not running. The line number 3, that's Ashton Atwater. Missed his first free throw.
Yeah, Coach Shepard coaches to the end, man.
Makes the second. 90-82. Johnson being doubled at the top. Good rebound on the other side. Off rebounding side. That was a good job by Bonds to snatch that rebound down. 10-point lead for Henry Ford. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I know that Coach Shepard and the staff is not particularly pleased with the way they played here the last minute or so, but they're going to get a win. 82 might be a bit much for their liking. They'll make the adjustments, and I think eventually they'll get the identity that they want, which is a winning basketball team.
1:03 remaining in the contest, and Coach Shepard, audience might not be able to hear, but we sure can. The fire in that huddle by Coach Shepard. Not pleased with what is happening here, even though he has the lead, going down the final stretches of this game.
Under a minute now. Henry Ford should walk away from this with a victory, and should be double digits depending on what they do here. I know folks don't like you to shoot it down when you're up 10 and all that other stuff, but
Right.
I mean, what else you supposed to do when it gets late in the clock sometimes?
That.
I like that.
Right there. That.
Right on cue.
Bonds with the dunk. Marion Bond with the rebound on the other end. And Downs, committing the foul, will send Bonds to the line.
Hey, not a bad first game home. You want to see him get a win. There's a nice crowd here, nice buzz. I think you're going to have this all year long because
Definitely.
of the type of team they have. I mean, half of the gymnasium is full, and they haven't started the conference play.
On making the first and nails the second. This first one in the books. Atwater went off Atwater's foot. Ziegler will inbound it for the Hawks. 13 seconds on the clock. And Henry Ford could chalk a home victory up for this season.
Well, you know, they didn't bust the clock. They didn't get 100, but so what? They got a nice win. Kalamazoo Valley Community College came out with a nice punch to open the game. But in the final analysis, it was Henry Ford going away the way you wanted. In the middle of the second half, they took it over.
The final score, 96 to 82 in favor of the home team. Henry Ford Hawks in the win column. For Eric Pate, I'm Jeff Lowe, and you have been watching Henry Ford basketball right here on the Henry Ford Streaming Network. We'll see you next time, Saturday, when the Hawks will play
The men will play.
Yes.
And
Foggy Brain.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think that Henry Ford has a good, solid schedule.
Yes.
And you know, hey, let's see what happens with these guys. I like what I saw tonight, and it's only going to get better.
All right, folks. From Henry Ford Gymnasium, again, your final score, 96 to 82. I'm Jeff Lowe, along with Eric Pate. We'll see you next time on the Hawks basketball.
Mid-Michigan on Saturday.
Mid-Michigan. There you go. Mid-Michigan. We'll see you later. Take care.